Here was a reaction. Project 21 Chairman Horace Cooper and Senior Fellow at the Hoover Institution, Victor Davis Hanson. Victor Davis Hanson, you can't make that up. I mean, his polling is horrible. It's 2.5 times higher than Schumer's, even fake polls. What about your 17% poll? Well, you know, polls come and go. They don't really mean anything. God, just makes me laugh.
Yeah. They're like a fish flopping on the wharf. I mean, they know what they have to do, and that's get another 5 to 10% of moderate Democrats and win over the independents. But when they let off these F-bombs, or Governor Pritzker says he's going to start disrupting, all they're doing is speaking to a narrower and narrower hardcore left base. And they know they can't do it. They can't win that way, and yet they don't want to stop. It's almost like it's a fixation, or, you know, it's an addiction. And they're also afraid, Sean, they know that these polls are not accurate. They knew that from the 2016, 20, and 24 election. All those brand names were discredited, and they know that. But what they're really afraid of is all of the economic indicators, and that's what the midterms will be predicated on, the economy. Inflation, job growth, corporate profits, energy prices, they're all pretty steady, and there's a lot of good things down the pipeline. Tax reduction, more deregulation, and some big, probably spectacular foreign policy successes in Ukraine and maybe even in Iran. So they are terrified that they can't stop him, and they're reverting to this potty mouth, smutty mouth, video, kickboxing, F word, and it's really tragic to see a party implode and disgrace itself.
Well, don't forget, they're also championing men's right to play women's sports, and they want, you know, to stand up for the rights of illegals over our safety. They have their bingo paddles. They won't stand for moms that lost their children or a young man that beat cancer. Horace Cooper, I thought this was particularly funny. However, what I'm seeing is the likes of Chuck Schumer, Hakeem Jeffries, they have no appetite to take on the radicalism in their party. If anything, they support it. And I don't see anybody that is willing to take it on. And I don't even think the base at home, if they're given an opportunity between, if there is a moderate Democrat somewhere, and voting for them versus AOC, they'll pick AOC every time. Am I wrong?
It looks like what we're seeing is the left is having a battle with the far left, and they're circling the drain. I've got a couple of tips that I would offer for the oldest political party in the world. If you'd like to stay relevant, on a weekend day, don't go to the Capitol and sit on the steps and play patty cake. Do something significant, like come up with an alternative budget that all of your members could gather and rally around. Stop advocating for putting boys in the girls' shower. When it comes time for standing up for victims, don't put Trinde Aragua gangster members on your bingo card. Instead, protect America. Figure out a way to support sheriffs and law enforcement. What this party is doing is killing itself.
Horace, stop giving them good advice. Please, you're hurting our cause, because conservatism is the better path for the country. All right, exit question. I did this last night with Ari Fleischer, and I asked, all right, if you had to pick today, we're not going to hold you to it, Victor Davis Hanson, who do they pick for their nominee in 28?
I still think they're going to commit collective suicide and nominate AOC.
What do you think, Horace?
AOC, and we're likely to see for the third time in 100 years a presidential candidate carry only one state.
Wow. Both of you are correct. If I had to choose today, I'd say AOC. Thank you.